There is so much that Biden can do through executive order. With existing legislation, through executive order, he can make sure that every worker that's part of a federal contract is raised to $15 an hour. That would have a great upward pressure on everybody's wages. Another thing he can do is cancel student debt. That's under existing law, the Higher Education Act of 1965. Indeed, Trump used that act to do an executive order where he said during the pandemic, you don't have to make your student loan payments. Well, we can use that same act, and Biden, through executive order, even if McConnell's the leader of the Senate, Biden can say, I am eliminating $50,000 per person of federal student debt. And obviously, it's not just young people that hold that debt. There's people that are still paying it off decades later. It would be an incredible economic stimulus. The people that have their debt wiped out will start doing things and buying things and starting businesses. It's an economic stimulus that doesn't need McConnell. It can go around McConnell. And there's all sorts of other things. The pandemic is a real emergency, unlike a couple that Trump concocted. So under the National Emergencies Act, Biden can say there's going to be no utility shutoffs, moratorium on utility shutoffs. And then, you know, my favorite is the Clean Air Act gives the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, all this power. And they can step into what we call sacrifice zones. These communities, largely African-American, Latino, in Texas, in Louisiana, these communities right next to the refineries. The EPA could step in under Biden's executive order and deal with that pollution on day one. So there are all these things that can be done on day one